Hi, and welcome to episode 11 of Two Crafty Stitches. Today is August 30th, 2015. I am Sandy, also known as Knits and Bits.
And I'm Kelly, also known as Pearly Girl 75.
I wanted to welcome everybody who's watching. It has been 2 weeks since our last episode, so...
Sounds like a confessional. It's been 2 weeks since our last episode. We pull out a candle.
I've never been to one, so...
Neither have I, so I don't know. But I've seen them on TV.
I was going to say, was that from your TV dramas?
I've seen them on TV and in movies.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. But it's been two weeks since our last recording.
Because if it's on TV, that means it's true.
But it's been a busy 2 weeks.
Yes.
Very busy. So busy. I went back to work 2 weeks ago.
I'm still
after my summer off. And got to go to lots of workshops and everything, so.
And here in Florida, the last few days we were prepping for the possibility of Hurricane Erica,
yes,
which has been downgraded to a whole heck of a lot of rain.
Yes, which we're expecting tonight and tomorrow through Wednesday.
Yeah.
Anytime, all day.
Well,
and since the ground is so saturated, it's going to
be
really fun. But, at least it's not a hurricane.
Yeah, we, my boyfriend and I are renting a house, and we spent today digging a trench to allow water to flow through. Otherwise, the whole area gets flooded.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was loads of fun. So, let's start off with new items. I do not have anything.
I have a bunch.
Yay!
Of new items. So, let me think about what I want to start with first. Okay, first,
the box.
I will start with the box. Okay, so I was online. I was on the Tumblr, and a while ago, and with my whole Daredevil obsession. And I know, but I haven't brought that up. As you pointed out to me earlier today, I haven't brought up Daredevil in a long time. So, anyway, there is this little company that is, or it's a lady who has her company, I guess. She's not a company in and of herself because she's one person. But it's called Anna Minis, and she does these, felt dolls that are based on, Marvel characters. She does a lot of Marvel characters. I actually think she works for Marvel. I think I saw somewhere online that she does something at Marvel. And then she does, she sells different, her little felt characters. She does anime characters, too. And she sells them online and also at conventions. And so I happened to get the complete set of 3 of the evolution of Daredevil, pretty much is what it is. So we have our little, from the Netflix series, our little Matt Murdock. And they're a lot bigger than I thought they would be, too, because I just saw pictures online, and I was like, oh, they must be this big. No. I pulled the first one out of the box, I was like, that's huge. So,
you didn't say, wow, that's a large box for these little...
Well, I knew there were 3 of them, but I thought that they were going to be, this big. Yeah. Well, I did see the box, and I was like, that's... But then I also wasn't expecting them... I was not expecting such a large box, and then when I opened the box, I was not expecting them each to be this large. But anyway, the little attention to detail, I think, is really cute. She handmade the little glasses and everything, and the little cane, and she's got her little stamp on there, which I have a card in here that I'll hold up later with her info. And then,
I was just looking because I didn't know that she handmade the glasses.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she probably just put the red in there. I don't know.
Still.
Yeah. Anyway, and so then, when he's the masked vigilante, there he is, masked vigilante.
And there are even eyes underneath the little hood thing.
Yes.
We already checked that out.
Yes. And then, he gets his actual, Daredevil. It's not a costume, is it? It's a superhero. Is it a uniform? Outfit? Uniform? Costume?
Clothing. Unitard.
Suit?
Suit, I think of a tie.
Well, he was wearing a suit there.
I know.
The tie and all that. I don't know. His superhero suit. I don't know. Whatever you call it. Anyway, so there he is.
Wardrobe.
Yeah. And even with a little, logo embroidered on him and everything. So I thought they were very cute. I have to find a spot for them. They might go on this shelf. I don't know. but then I have to rearrange some things.
I was about to say, what are you going to do with Mr. David?
Well, he'll stay. I might have to move the pig and the sheep.
Maybe the Mary Poppins, because when we see it, it's all like...
I know, it is kind of blurred. Well, it's like, it's got a glare on Mary. Because that's my Mary Poppins, and she's got a big... I don't know, we'll move her somewhere, and then we'll put them. And then we'll have to move everything out. I don't know, whatever. I haven't figured it out. Anyway, so this, if I can get up there, is the card. And we'll put this on the website. This is like the most awkward thing ever to happen on our podcast so far.
It's hilarious because just beforehand...
Because you made me sit back further. That's why.
So we were looking at how we were sitting. I'm like, Kelly, you seem like you're really close.
And actually, I'm a lot further back than I normally am.
I know, you really are.
I am.
And so, yeah.
See, I don't usually have a problem holding cards up because I'm closer to the camera. So whatever. Because when I sit back as far as Sandy does, my feet don't touch the floor. That's the honest truth right there.
It really is.
So I'm like on the precipice of not being able to have my feet touch the floor at this point right now.
Yeah, and I never realized that it looked like we were, different depths. So
I don't know. But anyway, we'll actually try and put that up on the blog because we failed really hard 2 weeks ago and putting our video link and show notes up. So
yeah,
sorry, we'll
have to
get on that.
I didn't realize it wasn't done.
Yeah, so I didn't either until today. So,
but it got uploaded to YouTube.
Somehow magically things happen. I guess I don't know. The blog elves took the weeks off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so so we'll put a link to her little store, her website, and then I have my next my August shipment, which I cannot let out of my sight and or hands, of my Moon Rover Fiber Club, and I think that. Because when I renewed through September, so I think I get one more shipment. In my next package, it'll probably say, this is your quarterly renewal notice or whatever, and then I'll have to go through the whole thing. Should I renew for the rest of the year? And it's like, you know what, I might as well, because then I'll have a whole year's worth that I haven't spun at all. But it's not because I haven't wanted to, it's just because it's so pretty.
Because she's going to give this one to me.
No. It's because it's so pretty, and I love it. But anyway, this is the August 2015 colorway.
You didn't warn people.
I didn't warn people, but I talked about it, so I assumed that people would know. Sorry if I just spoiled this for you, but I've had it for like a week, so I figured that, I probably got it early this week. But anyway, it's really, really pretty. I love the greens, and the blues, and the purples, and this yellow. Oh, I love it all.
And there's no brown.
And there's no brown.
So it's perfect for me to take home.
It's mine.
What base is that out of?
It's just, I don't know, I'd have to open it, but I think it's just, a superwash merino, probably. I think that's what they all are.
I know you
superwash merino and nylon. It's an 85/15.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's what they all are when you sign up for her club. So, anyway, I, again, love all of her stuff. I just haven't spun any of. Well, I've spun
because you do so much spinning as it is.
I have spun some of her stuff before that I've ordered. Specifically, like that I was like, oh, I like this color, and I've ordered that, and I have spun that. But the club stuff I haven't spun at all yet. So, anyway, I keep saying, like, I'm one of those horrible people that, like, and this is how it was when I used to play piano, where...
I don't know if I've heard this.
You probably have, because I say this often. So, I'm one of those people who, I'm like, wow, this is me playing the piano as a child and taking lessons and everything. Wow, I wish I could play better. And this is me actually after having lessons and then stopping lessons. Wow, I wish I could play the piano better. I guess I should practice more. And then I practice and I don't sound that good because I haven't practiced, which leads me to less practice, and it's a never-ending cycle and of like mediocrity. And so that's, I think, how I am with the spinning. I'm like, I have all this really pretty fiber that I want to spin, but I'm like, I have to wait until I get better. And I really need to get out of that and just, like, spin it, but I'm like, no. And I think it's part of this perfectionist thing I have going on, too, but I'm like, no, because I when I spin, it's not perfectly even, because I look on Instagram and I see people and they're like, oh, look at my spinning, and I just spun this, and it looks like they just bought it off the shelf.
I know.
Like, it's, like, absolutely beautiful and even and everything, and mine is all, like, and it looks awful. And so, it doesn't look awful, but, it doesn't look...
It has character.
it has a lot of character. So, so I just need to like break one of those out and just spin it, because otherwise I'm just going to hold on to it forever going, well, if I, maybe when I get better, but then I don't spin because I'm like, oh, well, I'm not good enough. I don't know. It's that cycle.
And you don't want to like practice.
I've never told you my piano thing.
No, not the piano, but I know the cycle thing.
Yeah. And I have that same cycle with my stretching too, apparently. So, like after a workout, where I just don't stretch.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just not a stretcher, and I'm not very good at it, and I don't know what to stretch and what not to stretch, and I was saying that the other day, and I was like, yeah, I'm not really good at the stretching thing, and my trainer's like, yeah, because you don't do it. I'm like, yes, that's true. So...
Okay,
because that happened.
We're going to.
That happened too.
I'm going to make sure that we stretch very well.
So, yeah. Anyway, so I do have one other thing that I purchased. Now that the first 11 minutes of this are all about me and my things I purchased in my cycles of mediocrity and whatever else. That's the title. That's the title of our episode right there. I don't even think we put a title on our episode last week, or 2 weeks ago, because that's how awesome we are.
Oh.
Anyway.
It got uploaded.
It did. It's on YouTube. So anyway, where I work, I have speaking of spinning, so where I work, I have a 50-minute lunch break, which is awesome. And actually, I think most of us have lunch, have the same lunch break, but we don't really have a place to eat lunch. We have to eat in the media center. So last year we could eat in the classroom because the classroom that we're based out of, that teacher had lunch at the same time, and so we would all eat our lunch and then we would play Dutch Blitz, the card game, and for the rest of lunch. But now we don't have that room because that room's being used for class. So I was like, well, what can I do with that extra time? Because it does not take me 50 minutes to eat a small salad, Maybe it should, but it doesn't take me 50 minutes to do that. And so anyway, so I thought, well, maybe I can start bringing some spinning, some spindle spinning to work on. And I thought, well, and I had been looking, of course, on Instagram, and saw there are some people who have the 3D printed spindles, but they get the little miniature ones for portability. So I got myself a little miniature one. Look at how adorable this is. It is the cutest thing ever.
You didn't show that to me.
No, I didn't. It was going to be a surprise for the podcast. So it is
small.
I know, it's so tiny. It's adorable. And I thought, well, then I can get, I still have to get a little small thing to put it in with me. And just even if I just put this much fiber in it, because this is the same fiber I've been spinning forever, obviously, on this spindle, which I will show you, which you've seen, which I haven't done a lot of work on, but it's the same fiber. And so I thought, well, I'm going to end up chain plying it anyway, so if I have it going on a couple different spindles, and if it's in smaller pieces, whatever, you can always weave in ends when you're doing that. So I thought, even if I just could find a little case or a little something to throw in my work bag where I could put this and maybe this much fiber, that could be my after I eat lunch, what I do for the week, and if I do that every single week, at least for a couple minutes every day of every lunch period, even if I'm in the media center and people are going to be like, what are you doing? I'll be like, it's my lunch break, leave me alone. So anyway, time. Yeah, so this is a turtle-made 3D printed spindle, and I just
so small.
I think it's so cute.
Is there a size between that one and the one you have?
I think there is. Yeah, she's got several sizes. In fact, I went through her website. I actually ordered 2 spindles. I ordered this one, and I thought I ordered a bigger one, but I think it's the same size as this one. I was trying to order a bigger one, maybe for plying or something, but I think it's the same size because her thing is she has their the nano and the mini and the whatever and all this type of stuff, right? And it says this one is between these two, but some of her descriptions just have the inch of the shaft, how long it is. So I don't know. But I think that there is one that's between those two.
So is that a mini or a nano?
I don't remember.
Because I would hate to see one that's smaller.
I think that's the smallest that they make them, though.
Okay, then that would have to be the nano.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me see what my invoice says. That is the nano.
Okay.
Yes, this is the nano.
Say, if one gets smaller than that, what's the length of that shaft?
It doesn't say on here. I don't know. It's a couple inches. But the other one that I ordered is the standard one, which I think is the same size as the one I already have, and that's okay too because whatever. Yeah, it's the same size.
And it's pink.
Actually, but yeah, it is the same size.
Yeah.
It's pink and it's green. So
I know when yours other one is pink and glowing.
I know. So and then she sent me fiber. In fact, I forgot what it was, and I just had this out. I'm so prepared. Oh, it's some Rambouillet, which I've spun before, and I like Rambouillet. So, just a little sample. So, I don't know. I mean, like, maybe, I don't know. This could be, like, for spare parts if something happens to mine. Because it's the same size as the one I already have. But, you know, whatever. Local business support. So, yeah. So, that's my little... those are my purchases since our last episode. I do think this is, like, so cute, though.
It really is.
Yes.
I wish we had, like... Okay. So everybody can see the size difference. This is a standard iPhone
Hold on, let me
6.
not get it so it's right. Because this is, like, it's up against... It's black on a black futon.
Okay, standard iPhone.
Yes.
5. Not the... Or 6. Not the Plus.
Yes.
So... It is about a third of the, or...
And this is my hand.
Okay, hands vary.
I know.
Like, we both have small
well,
hands.
Look. Here is the standard.
There we go. Which you don't know the shaft length on that one either.
It's like 4 inches, maybe? I don't know. Wait, isn't there something like where one of your knuckles is like an inch?
I think it's your thumb.
Or something.
Yeah, I think it's your
This is like the
knuckle.
most awesome episode ever. All
That's
right.
what Google's for.
1, 2. So it's like 3 inches, maybe. 2.5. 2.5 to 3 inches.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, and this is, so here's the standard. Here's the nano, and there's a mini that goes in between them that is the size in between. Yes.
And that's the measuring lesson for today.
Math is not my friend. Nor is measuring, apparently.
I
didn't realize that I had to give you exact measurements on
Seriously?
things.
It's like directions, measurements.
Yeah. So anyway,
You should know better.
but
than
I
that.
did a little spinning on it, and it spins nicely. Of course, there's like no weight to it at all, because like, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
But I thought that would be something cool.
Well, the lighter the weight, the finer you can get.
Yes. Well, I was getting the
So-
other one pretty fine too. So on the other spindle. So, and I think I'm going about the same. We'll see how much I can actually get on there. So.
Yeah, I want to see that, so make sure you document it.
Well, I mean, I was thinking even if I can just get like one holster, because remember, like when I started that on the other spindle, that the first like strip of fiber took me forever, and I was working on it every day, and I was like, I'm still on the same strip because it was going so fine. So, I think it must be like because the material is so lightweight.
Yeah.
So anyway, what are you working on since you don't have any new purchases, and I think I'm done with mine.
Yeah. So I still have my spinning, and I haven't gotten much further on that, so I'm not really going to pull it out.
Okay.
And hold on, I'm almost finished with this.
Oh.
I have one stitch left to knit. There. And I was working on my sock yarn blanket, but that got put aside because my cat decided that it was going to sleep on it.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I pulled this out last night to start working on again. And this is my Hitchhiker out of the Yarn Pirate Sweet Pea Club colorway from 09, because I use all my yarn as soon as I get it in.
And then I don't buy any more until I've used it.
No. But it's coming along. I have now 31 of the points. And I have to have what, like 46?
42.
42. 40 some.
Isn't 42 the answer?
I think so. I always want to say it's 46 though. And I think I'm only about like halfway through the ball, so I think I'm coming along pretty good.
Of course, the rows get longer.
I know.
Yeah.
And this was just a little bit short of what it said I needed to have, so...
I don't think I've ever made a hitchhiker scarf that actually is 42. Mine are all like in the 30s.
Yeah, so...
I don't think it really matters.
I'm
I don't think that
really
the hitchhiker police are going to come after you.
Hey,
so.
hey, they might. So I just want to put it out there. Yep. that's about all that I have been working on. Because I haven't cast on anything new. Work has just been too crazy, so I haven't really had a chance to do anything. Like check on the blog or show notes or anything. What about you?
We've been very busy. Well, I mean, I did that tiny little bit of spinning. And this is why I should find projects I don't have to count when I'm doing this, because I'm like, where am I?
Hun, you count when you do that?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
I count for everything. You should know that.
I should, but it still shocks me.
Anyway, so I'm working on, actually right now, and when I say I'm working on, I mean that this is probably the first time I've picked this up since our last episode. But it's going with me to knitting today, so it'll get a little work done. But it is my copy of Sandy's chevron infinity cowl thing. That is there. With my lovely stripy yarn.
And which yarn was that?
I will tell you. It is the queer fiber, which I still haven't looked up how to say. In the patchwork colorway. Yes. So, look, I'll hold this up too. So far away.
But not really.
It's my arms. Not long enough.
It's not like you have T-Rex size arms. Come on, Kelly.
So anyway, yeah, so I got the 600 yard, approximately 600 yard ball of this.
You're going to have a really big cowl.
I'm probably not going to use all 600 yards on this. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of it. So
you're going to give...
Well, you're going to have
like
some
50
for your...
grams or so to me.
I was going to say, you're going to have some for your blanket, and I have to have some for mine.
Yeah.
And beyond that, I don't know, maybe I can make a headband.
Some baby socks.
Or some baby socks or something.
Because, you know, I have a lot of people having babies at my office right now.
And I'm going to knit baby socks for them.
You have before.
Yeah, but that's because I knew the person.
Yeah.
These are some baby socks from my friend who doesn't know you.
Yes, and here's some from me.
Anyway, so that's it for me for what I'm working on. Whatever I was trying to say there, I don't know. But, so, I haven't seen any movies or anything lately.
Well, it was a finished object.
Oh, I don't have any finished objects, sorry.
I have one.
Oh, you have
object.
one, that's right,
yeah.
Okay.
Because...
I thought we were moving on.
No, so I did bring it with me.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know you were going to show it on the podcast, though.
Might as
That's
well.
pretty awesome. Then
So-
you can put a link up.
I could.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
one of the trainers at the gym, it was the first time I took a class with them last Saturday, and after class, I forget how I got mentioned. That
We were just
knitters.
like chatting, and
Yeah.
and we said something, and we were like, oh, because he was trying to get us to go to boot
Oh.
camp class on Sunday, and we're like, Sunday's knitting day.
Yeah,
we go
can't
knitting,
go.
and he's like, you knit? You can make me something.
Yeah. So first he wanted mittens. And we're like, in Florida, he's like, no, make me a hat. With he's part of another group. Fitness company as well.
Well, it's Camp Gladiator.
Yeah, Camp Gladiator.
And they're like, they run boot camps like all throughout at least our area. I don't know if I don't know if they're nationwide or what, but I know in our area there's a ton of them, and they're outside. So he wanted something.
They are in other states.
Okay.
Yes.
So he wanted something that like when they're doing like they're early in the morning on
like
the
5 a.m.
Yeah, in the winter.
So like a 2-week span.
Right, that he could wear. So
yeah. So their colors are black and red, and that's their logo. I duplicate stitched it. I went online because he just gave me the logo, and upon like 50,000 different sites, I finally found one where I could make it like smaller and not, almost 8.5 by 11 size.
Yeah.
So it could actually fit on
Well,
here.
seeing as how when we were talking about this, and he's like, you can make me a beanie, and blah, 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 and she's like, I can. I just met you. And
Kelly's like, yeah,
like, yeah,
sure
she
can.
She totally
makes them all the time.
No, she totally can make you one. And I was going to have you do one of your flame hats,
I
too.
know,
But he was like, well, what about with the logo? And then he gets his phone out, and he's, like, pulling through, you know,
he's
whatever.
like, I think I have something in here with the logo. I think I do. And then he finally finds one, but it had, like, a 7 because they just had their 7th year anniversary. Mm-hmm. Kelly's like, why don't you just show her the one that's on your wristband?
Because he was wearing a wristband. I was like, wouldn't it be that one that's right there? Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah. So I just went online and found it myself. So put it in there. But I think it came out pretty good. It's
very nice.
Patton's wool, so I've already messaged him and he's like, wow, that's 1,000 times better than what I ever imagined. I'm like, well, if you're going to wash it, you have to hand wash it. And he's like, what? I'm like, yes, it's wool.
So you might have to make an extra backup one or two, because I see this being shrunk very quickly.
Yeah, because that's never happened with any items that I've made out of wool.
Sandy, you made this hat. It doesn't fit me anymore.
I know. I might have to, like, find some acrylic and give it to him for that. Although, it won't be. It'll be like Josh's flame hat.
Yeah.
He can wear it and throw it in the washer all the time.
Yeah. You might want to do that just as a backup one.
Yeah.
But now you have to figure out when you're going to get it to him, because he teaches usually during the week when we're both at work.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, he's there in the early mornings.
Right, he's there, yeah.
Which, yeah. And then Saturday, or Sunday, and then...
yeah, he's there Sunday. But I feel like if we went on Sunday to drop this off, or if you went, that you'd be dragged into a class.
Not if I bring my dog.
Yeah, and then he was only there on Saturday for us to take the class because he was subbing last minute for someone. So
I think we discussed, because as soon as he found out I can knit, he Facebook friended me like that.
Oh yeah.
So I messaged him.
Well, he was already my Facebook friend before that. So
yeah, he wasn't mine.
He was like, "What's your name?" And he's got his phone out. He's like, "Tell me your name."
Yeah.
He's like, "Is this you?"
No, he couldn't even find me. He's like,
yeah.
Sandy, it's the first one. Like, really? Yes. So
fitness guys.
So
Jocks.
we already talked about it, and I think the best thing would just be leaving it at the front desk.
Oh yeah, you could leave it maybe with Jasmine or something if she's there. But is she there when you're there?
No.
No.
I don't remember the girl's name. She's really young.
I don't know that girl. I know her, but I don't know her. Like, because there's a couple at the front desk I don't know their names, but I say hi to them. So.
Yes, so do I. She's nice. She opens the door.
They're all very nice.
But so that's the only thing that I have finished, and it only took me like.
Because I was going to say if he was there on Tuesday or Wednesday setting up for his parking lot boot camp thing, but
I might not be doing
Tuesday,
Thursday.
Not Wednesday. I mean Thursday. But he's not.
That's what I was thinking, and but
I still say if he wants it, he could be like, we'll meet at this place at this time.
We tried that.
Oh.
And our schedules don't like cross at all.
Oh.
So.
Because I think he's out in Citrus Park for a while. We'll talk about this later.
We never go to Citrus Park. Come on.
No, but I'm out there every day. I could go drop it off for you. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. We'll talk about this later.
Okay, so that's all that I have.
This is our mundane conversation about dropping off a hat. So,
it's very important.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Daredevil.
Yes, Daredevil.
I don't remember who had it online. I don't think it was BuzzFeed. But one of the things that I saw this last week was 21 of the most underrated TV shows. And Daredevil was on it. And I thought
it's amazing and awesome.
I wouldn't know. Well, there was a bunch of other ones that we watched that were on it, like Broadchurch and...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Broadchurch was really good.
Oh, Agent Carter.
Yes.
I
enjoyed that.
That one was pretty awesome. It said, like, superheroes, strong woman character, and complete, like, badasses. Like, exactly. That just sums it up.
Yeah. I like that show.
Yeah, so...
And it's coming back for a second season this fall.
Oh, I'm happy about that.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of new shows that are coming out this fall that I don't know how many of them I'm going to get to because I'm trying to not be watching everything. So
and your DVR is only so big.
Actually, my DVR downstairs is now can hold thousands of hours because we had to upgrade to the new one because our old one died, and we can record 6 things at a time, and it holds like thousands and thousands of hours, which is really awesome. But you got to have the time to watch the stuff that's in the DVR. So yeah.
You can just forego sleeping.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that probably wouldn't happen. Anyway, so are we talking about that stuff now? So yes, we are.
Yeah. We don't have show notes up because...
Yeah, we're slackers.
Yeah, it's the mediocre part.
Yes. So anyway, we so America's Next Top Model has been on for a few weeks, and the Niall DeMarco, the deaf gentleman who is on the show, is still on there, so we are still watching. And then, let's see. Oh, Project Runway. I actually caught up on Project Runway today before you came over because I missed Thursday's episode. It was in the DVR, and those episodes are an hour and a half long, so you have to like set aside a chunk of time, even minus commercials. Yeah, I know. I don't know why they're that long, but because they have to show all the drama and stuff of the people sewing. I don't know. Because they all have, like, workroom drama and whatever. And I'm like, I just want to see, like, what are you supposed to do? What fabric are you buying? Let's see your critique. Let's see your runway. And let's see who gets kicked off.
Why don't you just fast forward it then?
Because then I miss out on stuff.
Like all the drama that's in the sewing room?
Yes. So, anyway... and what else do I watch? The season finale of Murder in the First was last week, but I wasn't too impressed with this season. I didn't like it as much as the first season. The first season, like, both of them had, like, an overarching season thing. I don't know, whatever. One story told over the whole season. There's words for that, and I can't think of them right now. So anyway, I just didn't really like this season that much.
So, like, each episode was a continuation of the last episode?
Yes, that.
Okay.
Kind of. But this one, I think, like, okay, so the first season, they did this one murder, okay? And it was, like, the whole season. And at the end, you were like, oh my gosh, that's who actually did it, or whatever, right? Okay. So this season, I thought it was going to be like that, but it wasn't. It was like, there were 3 or 4 stories and different plots going on, and there's this stuff over here with this gang, and there's this going on, and there's corruption in the police department, and whatever, and it was like, simplify this for me, please. Make it only one story, because it was so good. It was like Broadchurch, how it's like the one story, the whole season. And so it wasn't all these, like, extra, and it wasn't even like it was a subplot or anything. It was like full on plots. Like, okay, let's spend an episode talking about 3 totally different storylines. And so I don't know. I just couldn't get into it, but I watched it anyway. I finished that last night because I was like, oh, it's not recording next week. Maybe it's over. So I guess I should watch and see.
You're killing me.
What happened here? And so then, let's see, what else? Oh, and then Under the Dome, which I caught up on again this morning. I was painting my nails and I needed stuff to watch, so I was like, DVR. So I got up on Under the Dome, which we have 10 episodes of in the DVR because John hasn't watched any of them this season. So it's a good thing we have the extra large DVR. Yeah. But anyway, I think that they only have 2 episodes left of this season. But can you believe, and I know you only watched like season 1 or whatever. Yeah. So this is something that struck me as funny, aside from the fact that they still, in the beginning of every single episode, show the dome coming down and cutting the cow in half.
But so that way you know that there's a dome there.
I know. Every single episode. They're like, previously, and I'm like, that was like 3 years ago. But anyway, this whole thing, like, this is I think it is the 3rd season. We're almost done with the 3rd season, and so now they have this little narration at the beginning that's like, this dome came down, blah, 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 and it tells you pretty much, like, what happened. But they're like, 4 weeks ago, this dome came down, and I'm like, all of this stuff that's happened in three seasons only happened in 4 weeks. That's like a month. Yeah,
I a lot of stuff that happened. Season 1 lasted more than a month.
I know, but no, they're
it
like
certainly felt like it.
4 weeks ago, this dome came down over our town. Because I stopped because it was on DVR, and I like paused it, and I was like, what? And I backed it up, and I was like, all of this has happened in only 4 weeks. That's
Are you
a
sure
lot
it's
of
not
stuff.
4 years?
4 weeks. I listened to
months.
it twice, and I looked at the captions. 4 weeks ago, a dome came over our town.
Okay, maybe the, producers got it wrong.
I don't know, but yeah. because there's lots of stuff that's happened even just this season alone. Like a lady had a baby. Like she didn't just like, oh, I was pregnant. No, she got pregnant like 3 weeks ago in the episode, and she had a baby. This most recent episode. Sorry, spoiler alerts. There was a baby born that like had a 3-week gestational period or whatever.
Well, that's the
but it was
3
like
weeks.
3 weeks in our time, apparently.
So
which is like a day and a half in their time. So
well, it's because the dome is, messing with everyone.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, so yeah, I was very surprised by that. I was like, what? Only 4 weeks. And let's see. Falling Skies has their series finale tonight, but I'm 3 episodes behind, so it'll be a little while before I get to that. And Sandy's like a couple seasons behind.
I'm in season 2.
Just started watching it recently.
Yeah.
So,
and I hadn't been able to watch any this last week because we started watching a series together.
What series?
One that you've never heard of and I've never watched before. Breaking Bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you already watched that
we
with
did.
together.
We did.
So you're rewatching it again?
Yes.
Well, that's redundant. You're rewatching it. Okay. Why?
Because he wanted to start watching it again.
Oh. Did he ever finish the whole thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, so I've been picking up on things that I didn't see the first time around.
Oh. One of these years, I'll probably rewatch it, but not like anytime soon.
I know.
I mean, I really enjoyed it.
It was great, but I would wait a little bit longer because there's so many other things.
Right.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm still trying to get him into Psych, and he's refusing.
I just don't see him as liking Psych, though.
I know, but I'm still making him sit there and watch/listen to it. We did one episode last night, and it was a dinosaur episode. Like, we have to watch this one. There's a dinosaur there. A dinosaur. Come on.
Yeah. Well, Doctor Who comes back sometime in September. I think towards the end of September. September 19th, September 20th. For some reason, that date is in my head. The new season of Doctor Who. And then, yeah, I don't know. I still haven't finished Game of Thrones. I have 2 episodes left. Still haven't finished it.
You need to be watching that instead of, like, Project Runway.
But I have to watch Project Runway.
You would have been able to finish, like, Game of Thrones.
No, because I have to sit down and watch that with John. And, yeah, that's my problem. That's why I ended up watching Under the Dome by myself, and now I have all these episodes sitting in the DVR that will never, ever be watched. Oh, and guess what else is back this week? Or last week? Switched at Birth is back, but I haven't watched it yet. It's still sitting in the DVR.
Now, the way that you said that makes it seem like you don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm kind of over it. Well, I wasn't really into it in the first place, but, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I have not seen it.
Yeah.
So I cannot judge it.
So, I think that's about it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I think that's the stuff that I've been watching, really.
Oh, are you going to have a workbook? A book to read at work?
Well, seeing as how I didn't finish my summer reading book, The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, a.k.a. J.K. Rowling, seeing as how I'm still pretty much in the same place I was the last time I talked about the book.
Chapter 2?
No, I'm in section 2. I'm in, like, part 2.
Okay.
And I really have enjoyed it and everything. It's just that I don't read a lot in the summer.
You've been hanging at the gym too much.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't read. I'm at the gym. And it's not like I'm at the gym on the elliptical and I can read. No. So I'm
I was
taking
never
classes.
able to do that.
Oh, see, I used to get a lot of my reading done at the gym, on the elliptical. You just have to get used to reading like this because, like, I'm very bouncy on the elliptical. And
like,
so,
I tried on the treadmill and...
Yeah, I don't like reading on the treadmill, but on the elliptical I can read. No, like, on my Kindle. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, so that's the book. But I haven't, obviously, we just started back to school, and the kids just started back, so the first week was, like, bell-to-bell lectures, not really lectures, but, like, activities to get to know the kids, and going over the syllabus, and all that type of stuff, so it was a very, very busy week. And then, once they start, like, okay, now it's time to work on, independent stuff, not like group stuff, then I'll have more reading time at work.
Yeah.
But I also, this year, get to redo To Kill a Mockingbird. But I don't really have to reread that one because I think I just did it 2 years ago, so I think I'm good. And Romeo and Juliet, which I just did like 2 years ago. So, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been at the same time.
Yes, because well, no, it wouldn't because something was I switched schedules like the last
I was still waiting for a freaking mockingbird to be killed.
Yeah.
I don't remember there being a mockingbird.
Well, because Atticus I think says it's a sin to kill a mockingbird in the book somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, but I've read it in the past, I think I've had to read it since I started working there. So in the past, this is my 7th year, I've probably read it 4 times. So, so my recollection is probably a little stronger than yours because you probably haven't read it since high school.
I don't know if I finished it.
What? I've seen the movie probably about 4 times too. So.
I know I've not seen the movie.
It's in black and white.
Well, that doesn't bother me because I don't mind black and white, but I don't know. That book just really...
It's okay. Yeah. It's not my absolute favorite book, but, it's
I was not
curriculum.
a big fan of that.
But I never had to read it in high school. The first time I read it was probably 5 or 6 years ago.
We had to read it in high school.
Yeah, I never read it because when I was in high school, most of our reading was we did, Nathaniel Hawthorne, we did Thomas Hardy, we did that type of stuff. We did a lot of, I don't know, I want to say British literature, I guess. We didn't do a lot of American literature. We did a lot of Shakespeare. We did
I did some Shakespeare, yeah.
Yeah, we did at least one, possibly, sometimes 2 Shakespeare plays. We did Return of the Native, and we did Tess of the D'Urbervilles, or whatever that one is, that type of stuff. And The Scarlet Letter, and but we didn't read a lot of, we read a lot of books, but they weren't what the curriculum is now, at least in our state, because I went to school. Both of us went to school in different states anyway. So.
I went to high school in 3 different states, so I had a very unique reading experience. I think my favorite was Johnny Got His Gun.
See, I didn't read that one until I was in college, and that's because the college I went to, and I never told you this. And
no, you didn't.
Here's the story for you, because that's the one with the guy who's in war, but the whole story is he's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
And the Metallica song is
yes, right, okay. So when I was in college for music theater, they would do one act plays or whatever, and one year they did a 1-act play of that book.
Huh.
And I had never read the book, and so I saw the play, and then I was like, oh, this is a book, so I read the book.
And what did you think of the book?
It was okay. The play was really good. I thought that the adaptation of it to stage was really good. Because obviously, it would have been very hard to show the person in the hospital bed because of the condition that they were in, so the actor who played that character actually had to be in a hospital bed, and they kind of had a curtain around, and so you couldn't see them at all, so you would just hear their voice, and people would go in and interact and that type of stuff. So I thought it was really cool staging. But
yeah, I haven't seen the play or
that's
anything.
The theater geek in me, but I don't know if that's a legit actually a play, or if someone just said, here's a book, let's adapt it for the stage.
I think
just
it's
for our college.
Because it was
well, I know it was a book first, but I don't know if our college, if someone said, hey, let's make this into a play, I don't know.
I want to say that they also made it into a movie.
Probably.
Because I was in 10th grade when we read it, and I think we watched part of the movie, and then they went into the whole Metallica thing, and we watched that during the whole thing too.
Yeah.
So.
I know we did, because we didn't read that, but I know that we read a lot of war books though, because we read we read Catch-22, and we read some Hemingway stuff, and I know in high school we read, we also read The Jungle by Upton Sinclair.
I love The Jungle.
And kids don't read that these days. Although in U.S. history class, there's always read this excerpt from it. They talk about it, and they have the kids read an excerpt from it. So
in high school we had we didn't read it, but they talked about it. And in college, I took a reading class, and we missed the first class where they decided what type of books we were going to read. So the second class, which it was only once a month.
Yeah.
They gave the list, and that was one of the ones. I'm like, hey, I've always wanted to read this. It was really good. Some of the other ones, you know, I could have done without. But
What did we read in college? I had to read, I think, Brave New World. I think that's the one that was like the big one that we had to read in college. So, anyway, so now that we've had our nice literature discussion.
Yes. Which is probably just as long as the knitting discussion.
I'm sure.
Hey, I got like another point on during this time. So.
Hey, I got 2 rows done on my thing, but that's because I had to count, so I was like, I can't really work on this. Anyway.
Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Oh, you're doing the closing. Awesome. Go.
No, that's all I was going to say, because I don't remember any rest. And
because we don't have our show notes up. So, yeah, you can find us on social media, and such as...
But not excluding.
Such as Ravelry, where we have our group, 2 Crafty Stitches. And remember, Crafty is with a K. We also are on Twitter as 2 Crafty Stitches. And I have my own Twitter also, but you don't.
No, I do.
You do?
I just
you
don't
don't
ever
use
do
it?
anything.
Okay. And then...
I think it's like Prolosaurus.
I don't know.
Because dinosaurs and
yeah.
knitting.
Because you're like, I just need another alias to add on there.
So I don't have enough.
Next, be looking for our new intro, and Sandy's like, I am Sandy, also known as this, and this. So anyway, yes.
Anyways.
We're on Instagram. That's another social media site that we're both on,
yes.
that we both use. And that would be Knits and Bits and Pearlygirl75. And you can find our blog with our show notes.
Hopefully.
And links to videos and everything.
Hopefully.
And that is 2craftystitches.wordpress.com.
Yes.
Okay. I always want to flip it. So anyway, not the .com part, because I know that's at the end.
But it's a commercial.
But yeah. So I think that is it for what we normally say at the end. For our closing.
You shouldn't have closed your computer.
I know, I really shouldn't have, especially because it would probably take me forever to get it back up. But anyway, so we will see you again in a couple of weeks.
2.
Yeah, that would be a couple.
Yeah.
2. And so, on that note, we leave you.
Happy
crafting.